Hi there. I am in the backyard to get a little bit of sun and show you this tea. I don't usually drink in these cups, but whoa! I thought that it was gonna be um better to show you how it looks like. This has been brewing since 9 p.m. last night. It's 5:35. Beautiful out here. Mmm, sweet, smooth. It doesn't have that word pile, kind of like compost thing, or like an overwhelming um, flavor to it. Also, I mean, I don't put a lot in 2 liters. It's probably like 8 grams or something like that. 7, 8 grams. Put a tiny pinch of salt in it, but it has that perfect flavor. And it never fails. You always had to have one of those black flies that tried to get in one of my eyes. I don't know what's going on with that. It's always the eyes. Well, I guess it's better than my mouth. Um, but it's smooth and it's perfect for like working and just having liquid and keeping me like motivated. So when I work, I drink tea like that. It's pretty hot. Anyways, this thermos is good. I have another thermos from Stanley that I'm not really sure about in terms of how long the water remains hot. Man, I had a hard time remembering the word hot. Gotta give me a break. I don't speak only English. I speak more languages. Or one more language. I guess I speak Spanish and I talk shit. Let's see. So this is called 2024 Spring Lincang or Lincang Dry Pu-erh 2. It's 100 grams. Smooth, sweet, and pure. From Orientaleaf. Another one of the ones that they send me. I have a lot of tea from them. And it's not uh, obvious to you that I like the products. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I really like the teas and stuff. This one is really good. I think these ones are like $8 or something like that. It says Gu Cha Lean. Gu, I know that is Gu's tree, or is it ancient? No, Gushu is ancient tree. Anyways, Cha, I know what it is. This is how it looks like. Oop, 100 grams. I have one open. So what am I gonna show you? Just like how the tea looks like, I guess. But it's good, man. It's like perfectly what I consume. If you can see it, it was definitely pressed by fabric, because you can see the fabric this was pressed on. Anyhow, it's pretty good. So this has become a new official daily drinker. I think it's a little bit more expensive than the price of a Daji V93 from HT's. When you look at it in their websites, but this is what's tricky about it. HT's has some shipping thing going on that is like the more you order, the more expensive it gets. But it's the opposite with Orientaleaf. The more you order, it becomes free at some point, unless there is something that I'm missing, or if it's some shipping is not much. So that 500 grams, so 5 tools, will be like $40, and 500 grams probably lasts me like a couple of months, or a month and a half. So if I was gonna recommend something along the lines of a V93, will be this. And why is something that I'm recommending? Why not just buy from these other people or this or that? It's because when you are already ordering from one provider, it's good to have all kinds of stuff. I drink this kind of tea. I enjoy having show Pu-erh like the one that I recently reviewed that is more expensive. That cake, the what is it called? The something aroma. Um, that I reviewed, the Bulang Mountain Timeless Aroma. It's $120 for a cake. And although I do like show Pu-erh, I'm more like a daily drinker kind of show Pu-erh. So I will seldomly like go and grab show Pu-erh like that. But when I do, I drink it strong, and that's a good one. But for me, the core of what I drink is gonna be this kind of profile: smooth, simple, sweet kind of uh, flavor. It accompanies me through the day with that huigan. It's like still there, that fragrance in my throat and my mouth, and it's kind of like I run out of it and then I go on hit it again. So I'm not constantly sipping because I'm at work, right? So I serve myself a little bit more than this in a cup, and then I drink it. I'm not a sipper, not like sipping constantly. So just whoop, go and then I keep going some. I'm not holding a cup or whatever. I drink this with meals is great. I mean, for me to I eat now. I'm eating like very greasy meat, and it just does not feel good to be eating greasy meals with cold water, right? So this is perfect. This is the kind of stuff that makes it all happen. I needed to come to the backyard and enjoy a little bit of the sun. I have been inside of a house working all day. And while I was working, I was thinking about something that I thought maybe I would share. So now that we talked about the tea, I'll talk a little bit about deadlines. And I realized, like, because I'm a finished carpenter, right? I mean, and you may have this be the case with some other trade that you're in. Like because I'm a finished carpenter, I always get to a job site at the end when everyone else is already late, and it's just always like that. Everyone else is already late, so usually I am there past the due date, past the deadline, and people are always like stressing out, like, "Oh, we gotta hurry up." It's like, what's new about it, man? It's been the whole time. It's always been like this for more than 20 years. Yeah, there is a street somewhere there, and people like to drive their noisy cars in country roads because there are no cops. So, um, I'm not gonna absorb that stress. That it's not my fault. It is other people's um, lagging or things that happen, mistakes, lack of accuracy that makes it so that people finishing has to compensate for a lot of what other people rush through, and then they walk out of the job like, oh look, I finished quicker. But yeah, if at the end someone else that comes after um, has to deal with it, it's not so much glory, right? Usually the closer you're getting to the end, unless it's the cleaning crew, the more expensive it gets in terms of hourly rate. So compensating for lack of accuracy in the beginning of the project usually ends up costing more at the end. So people are even more like, oh, it's taking too long. But it really bothers people when I'm not mirroring their um, stressful state of mind. And I think that in a way, we kind of be like that so everyone acknowledges that we care, that we care to like get this done on time, so we're all stressed out about it. But dude, if I was in the state of mind, I would not be working, doing what I do. I just can't do that. So I have a certain pace I worked for the last 20, probably 20 years. I think less than that, like 10 years. Because like I've done this for 23 years, and I'll say I did buy into that crap in the beginning, and I did try to rush and whatever. I got to absorb all that, internalize that stress, but it's not my fault. And we're not like saving lives. It's not like people are like suffocating underwater and we have to like rush to get them. This is usually just people's houses, and they're fine. Nobody's really dying. It's just they're not getting stuff when they expected it. So how many things in life we do like that, but just mirroring all this and socializing in a way, man, these guys go away, bro. Like, I am not tasty. This flies are trying to be friendly with me. They want to be friendly and I don't know, have a close connection, but I'm not interested. So how many things we do like that? How many expectations we go through life that are not even there, right? Because we imagine even that people have those expectations, but those people maybe don't even have those expectations. We could be our family, it could be our parents, it could be our partner, worker, co-workers, boss, and we think they have an expectation. They don't even have that expectation, but we're like living our life based on that expectation, kind of a thing. Living our life meaning like majority of the time that you're doing something, you're feeling a certain way. So I don't know how long we've been being recorded, but what about this? What about I'm asking how long? It's like I'm gonna drop the big words here. What about just not giving a flying fuck about it? Everyone's gonna die at some point, and you're not gonna take any of this shit down there. You know, it doesn't really matter. You can fucking die tomorrow. You can just be crossing the street and like a turtle falls from the sky because an eagle was trying to crack it open and it hits you in the head and then you die by a turtle. You know, you can choke on a piece of meat because the joke that you heard was too good and then you choke on the meat because I don't know, or you were talking with your mouth full of food. You didn't listen to your mama and then you actually choke. But yeah, things can happen. And then you don't take shit with you. And the only thing that really happened is what happened. What happened? You were stressed out and rushing and trying to like, fulfill other people's expectations and stuff, not even yours. And that's why you spend your time. I guess it's even better than spending your time looking at a screen, right? And feeling connected to a false reality, a show, or whatever. I mean, I guess you're looking at me right now or listening to me, hopefully only. But how's that? How's that for a purpose in life? I'm not saying to become hedonistic or to just dive into an abyss of nihilism, but to really contemplate what really matters. What does really matter, right? Maybe the fact that your dog wants to play with you, man, that fucking matters. Matters way more than I don't know, scrolling to your phone. It matters that your neighbor stops and wants to talk to you for a minute. It matters interactions. I feel plant some stuff, watch it grow. You know, it's not about accumulating stuff or all that. I mean, at some point, I cared very much about other things when I was younger. I had the energy for it. Um, so I think, like, yeah, when you're 20 something, you should be out there partying your ass out. Go to raves and fucking enjoy, you know, friends and whatever. But when you're like almost 50 years old, like me, I don't know what to tell you, but you should not give a flying fuck. This point is like whatever, man. I'm not cutting my hair for a while until I feel like it, and or my beard or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like as long as I'm not bothering anyone, whatever. And I'm doing my best, really. I mean, that's the other thing, to not be mediocre and to always try to be like, oh, how can I get around doing what I'm supposed to do? It's like, what's the difference between actually doing what you're supposed to do and just basically spend energy trying to get around doing it, doing something else? Just do what you gotta do. So I've had coworkers be always trying to not work. It's like heroic to do to be as unproductive as possible. That was the goal. Yeah, they were sticking it to the man. No, they were not sticking it to the man. They were sticking it to the fucking guy who has fought to have a little company and has a few people working for him. And that's not the man. You know what I mean? These people are not part of the elite that George Carlin was talking about. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, rambling about the fact that we're so easily influential and we start existing on other people's tune, you know? And I ain't no fucking tuning into shit now, man. I mean, just good stuff, of course, good people, of course. But nah, I'm not gonna stress out about stuff that I don't need to. Life is fragile and it can go away at any point. We take it for granted. They'll wake up tomorrow and then we have all these things that make us be comfortable. They can be gone, you know? So, with that, I hope you got a good idea what this tea is all about and uh, a little bit of rambling because why not, right? No, see you next time.